What is up, scrappers, and welcome back to another special BattleBit Remastered video. And this time we're going to be checking out the sexiest sounding sniper rifle in BattleBit, and that is the M200. I call this the Kilo India Lima Lima Echo Romeo because it is a straight killer. It is by far a cube head destroyer. This thing is nuts. With this beast, you're either two-tapping Timmies or you're one-thumping skulls. The M200 is by far, as of right now, this is my personal opinion, the nastiest sniper rifle in BattleBit Remastered. This thing absolutely smacks and is the most entertaining gun I have shot in this game to date. This sniper is literally a tank shot. There is a little bit of a grind before unlocking the M200, and that's because you unlock it at rank 100, but man, it is well worth the wait. Now, without further ado, let's get into the build that I have been rocking. So the M200 is a sniper rifle, which means it's only available to be used in the recon class. Now, let's say you're already rank 100 and have unlocked the M200 and have acquired all the attachments. There's going to be a few different builds I go for when I'm using the M200, and usually it depends on what type of playstyle I'm seeking to play. What I mean by playstyle, I mean either sitting back trying to pick people off from a long distance while mainly going for long meter shots, or a short to long range versatile type of playstyle where I can still go for long distance shots, but I'm able to move around a lot easier. So I hope this is not too confusing, but what I mean by a long range, long meter build, I'm usually going for, or should I say, attaching a heavy magnification scope that will allow me to see targets from a distance, and usually equipping a bipod. So with this type of build, I'm mainly sitting back very far away like a rat and trying to pick people off. You don't need to use the bipod. It's definitely going to make you a lot slower, but if you do, it will help control your stamina while aiming down sights while you are prone. For my close range to long range build, you can still get targets from afar. You just won't be able to see them as clearly as you would with a heavy magnification scope. And when I'm talking about see them clearly, I mean this is at like 750 meters where they're going to be a little harder to see. So it also depends on what POV you play on, camouflage, and what map you play on, because with some maps just being overall darker in some areas. Now, to get this out of the way before I forget, when you use long range scopes, your characters will give a glare when you aim down your sights. A lot of you already know this. People are going to be able to see you from a distance and know that you are potentially targeting them, and depending at what range they are, let's say for example between 400 to 500 meters away, you will have to adjust your range in order to compensate for the bullet drop, and this is very important with long range scopes, so it's vital that you attach a rangefinder. If you don't know how to adjust your range, all you do is hold down Alt, use your mouse scroll wheel to adjust the range, and you can also change this in your key bindings if it helps you. So constantly adjusting your range can definitely take some time, but with consistent practice, you can and will get better. Now, when it comes to long range scopes in the sniper rifle, there are some drawbacks, and those drawbacks include dying to another sniper or player because you have to take the time to adjust your range and they are able to get the shot off faster, not being able to snap and shoot somebody who is medium to close range because your sight is too zoomed in, and this is also dependent on what magnification your long range scope has. So the more zoomed in it is, the harder and less likely you're going to be able to acquire a shot quick enough up close to take out that rushing or running target. The long range sights have a glare, which will in fact give your position away to enemies like we said previously. You also feel more sluggish because long range scopes will make you heavier, resulting in slower aim down time, slower running speed, and slower draw speed. So to counter some of these drawbacks, you can equip a canted sight or a top sight in case a target gets close, but I do highly recommend only using long range scopes if you're trying to tag enemies from very far away. Now, if you want to avoid a lot of these negative drawbacks from using a long range scope but still want to be able to clap cheeks from basically any distance, you would want to use a medium range sight coupled with either a top or canted sight. The only drawback is just not being able to get the best target acquisition at very far ranges. You can basically choose any medium range scope that you want. I like all of them besides the TRI 4X32, but if I had to pick, it'd probably be the M125. It just has a nice sight picture and the small circle helps me paint my target. And with this medium range sight, you can attach either a canted sight or a top sight. For the top sight, I'd go with the red dot top, and if I use the canted sight, I would go for the hollow dot. Now, the perks for using a medium range sight over a long range scope are as follows. They do not show a glare, so when you're aiming someone down, they will not be able to see any bright, shiny lights. You do not have to adjust the range depending on how far an enemy is. I'm not sure why this is, but as of right now, you do not need to. So you can lose the rangefinder, which will benefit you with some extra draw speed. You gain a lot more mobility in terms of draw speed, running speed, and aim down time. And since you don't have such a huge scope on your rifle, you can also snap to enemies a lot faster and easier since it's not so zoomed in, making your survivability much better. Alright, so now that we have the scope, what about the underbarrel? For long meter shots with a long range scope, I'll use the bipod if I'm camping back, or use the vertical grip. The vertical grip will help with my vertical recoil, so my after shot bounce is not too crazy. But for my overall recommended build, I'll suggest the B25 URK. This just seems to be the best overall well-rounder underbarrel, if not the best. This will lessen your vertical recoil and horizontal recoil, and it will save you 0.34 seconds from default stats for reloading, so your reload time will go from 3.73 to 3.39 seconds, and it will also increase your draw speed by 0.09. If the B25 URK wasn't available, I would use the stubby grip, as it is also a well-rounder. Now for the barrel, there's so many variations of builds that you can do with the barrel, but I find that I consistently use either the Ranger or the long or short suppressor. I guess it all depends on what playstyle you're going for, but I choose the Ranger barrel for the extra +7 damage boost and the silencer for a number of reasons. If an enemy is at full health, one shot to the head will kill them, but one shot to anywhere on the body besides the head will not put them down. It's going to take 2 shots to put them down to the body. But if an enemy is already damaged, that one shot to the body with the extra damage boost can easily put them down, so I find that running the Ranger has actually gotten me more kills in the long run. Now for the suppressor, I run this when I want to be as sneaky as I can. It's going to distinguish my muzzle flash, and the sound spread isn't loud, so sometimes people don't even know where I'm shooting from or where I am. This doesn't mean that the other barrels aren't good, I just don't prefer them with my playstyle. The heavy and long barrel are really good options too. They will increase your damage by a few points and also the velocity of your shot. Now for the bolt, I just went down the list as I leveled the gun and ended up at Bolt Action Echo. It's a no-brainer. It will increase your draw speed by 0.21 and the bolt action speed by 0.02. You do take a hit on the running speed, but to actually compensate for the running speed, for the magazine, I throw on the short A, and that's because even though it's 5 rounds per mag instead of 7 rounds, my aim down time is 0.03 faster, my running speed is 0.11 faster, my reload time is 0.57 faster, and my draw speed is increased again by 0.12. So now we see benefits with no drawbacks from the bolt change. And remember, our B25 URK underbarrel that we equipped along with the short magazine attachment will now bring our reload time down to only 2.83 seconds, so 5 rounds per mag is a no-brainer, especially with all the perks of the other stats. For the long meter build I spoke about earlier, I just keep everything the same but attach a rangefinder, a longer range scope, and sometimes a bipod. Alright, so now with a M125 sight, a hollow dot canted sight, a B25 URK underbarrel, a Ranger barrel, bolt action E-bolt, and a short A magazine, I present to you the Reaper. Now let's see this in action.
That is how you explain common rocket science. Dude, I learned this spot when I was with Legend and some other guy's game, and I killed so many people from sitting right here. Wherever he is, he's got us down fighting.
Turn around quick, there's a dude behind you.
Motherfucker!
Holy shit.
What? How did my rocket not hit that
I just
fucker?
blew up again.
The guy's gonna probably push the building across. Our team will not stop going for A. The sun is really shining. Missed him.
Got him.
Again. Nice. Once. You're wrecked by the Desert Eagle, bitch! It's a good spot right here now. Are they all behind us and shit? Why the hell have we not been up here? What? Just found the most goated spot of all time.
Move out of the fucking way, man.
Fuck! I'm getting shot. I'm out of ammo too. With the fucking scar. I swear.
There's a guy below us.
Nice.
Bandaging.
Ah.
Yeah, me, bro.
guy's shooting at you, I see him. Motherfucker. It literally.
All I can do is sit back and laugh. I shot him 5 minutes ago from 1,200 meters away and he gave me 2 suppressors.
Who just fucking...
Alright guys, well that is it. So if you got this far, I appreciate you guys and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe for future guides, tips and tricks, build videos, and all sorts of content, and make sure to hit that like button in support of your boy Scrappy. Oh, and one last thing, I forgot to mention the secondary and the gadgets. Desert Eagle as your secondary weapon, the rope rappel gun thing to traverse to higher elevations for good sniping positions, and claymores to watch your back. For your character, you can run whatever the heck you want, but I do recommend gear that's going to give you extra primary magazines. Alrighty then, see you guys in the next one.